Here we are, this is Eithinog. We're right in the middle of Bangor, but we are in a wonderfully rural place. It's wild, you can hear the chiff-chaff singing. We've just been watching butterflies. Down there is Menai Bridge. Over here, if it wasn't so hazy, you could see Eryri, the mountains. Eithin is gorse, and I'm standing right next to some lovely smelling and yellow gorse at the moment. It's a fantastic time, very exciting time for the Wildlife Trust. We've acquired this site and we're looking forward to working with the local community, many of whom helped to protect the place by campaigning over the years. And it's about 11 hectares of wonderful meadow, grassland and other bits. We've just acquired the site. We're going to appoint a new member of staff with the Wildlife Trust whose job will be to work with the schools, do education work and supervise some of the practical work we need to maintain the habitats. But we're also really keen to maintain the public involvement and to make sure that people know that they're not excluded from the site. We want them to be involved in what's happening here, and we want them to, have full access to all the wildlife and to the value of the site as a green space for people. When we started campaigning in the 90s, we knew it was a place for wildlife and we knew that people used it and valued it. We didn't know then just how unique or important it was, but there are fungi found here that haven't been found anywhere else in Wales.
If there was one person you had to thank for Eithinog, who would it be?
I think that one person would have to be Meredith, that prey nest, who is a local resident and someone who's campaigned, who's involved in all the other campaigns going back almost 20 years now to try and safeguard the place. He grew up here. He actually went out and painstakingly searched for fungi in a way that hadn't been able to be done through the official surveys.
There are a number of public rights of ways which we will be obliged to keep open. I'm Chris Wynne, I'm the Conservation Officer with the North Wales Wildlife Trust, and for the last few years one of the things I've been heavily involved with is acquiring the land at Eithinog for the Wildlife Trust as a nature reserve. It's been a very long process, but now we're at a really key point. We've just acquired the land and there's an awful lot of work to do. One of the most exciting things about it is that the special interest on the land is the fungi, and this presents us with a bit of a challenge. If we were just thinking about hay meadows and other grasslands, it would be fairly straightforward how to manage the site, but because it's fungi, I think we're going to have to think long and hard about exactly what we need to do. And one of the things that people do like to see is the flocks of goldfinches at the end of the summer and into the autumn, which feed on all the large amount of black knapweed that you see on the site.